start by just now, like I say, do it with me now also. And just we start again like that. Right now,
Okay.
we just, you're here. So you don't have to come here, you're here. And don't hold on to anything at all. Let's just try and be empty for the rest of today's satsang. Just relax. You're not losing your chance, but I have a question I have to ask. Yes, don't worry. Just after. Now just let everything, just leave it alone. Try and see if, just try to be totally empty. It's not difficult. This is one of the natural gifts every human being have. You can be. We don't use it enough. Just be totally empty, even of any ideas about who you are. Just let go. Even of the effort to be empty. Don't hold on to any shape, to any idea at all. Just do that now. You see. And how simple also. Empty, empty, empty. Don't save any buts. No, leave all the buts. Just be empty. Give yourself the permission simply to be empty. It's very safe right now. Empty, 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 empty. As though everything that you have ever believed or is likely to believe has just been taken out for a moment. Just for now. Afterwards, it can come back. But right now, just be very empty. Be as empty as you can be. No ideas about what is to come in the future or even what will you will benefit from this talk. Nothing. Just empty. Full empty. Don't save any favorite concepts or ideas. Empty, empty, empty. What an opportunity. Empty, 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 empty. And don't pick up any new ideas. Just be empty. Because only when you are really empty, I can ask you just some simple questions about this. If I say anything that was put in at any period of time, any information or feeling or memory or ideas or attachments that came to you was now taken out. Notice that you feel totally empty, but yet there is something that cannot be taken out. It cannot be taken away. Are you aware of this or not?
Yes.
This is open question for everybody now. Now, no hypnosis is needed. No creative thinking is needed. No imagination is needed. Simple, sober willingness to simply not hold on to or combine the sense of self with anything at all. So I don't have to ask you now to imagine. Right where you are, you see? Even any history you might be holding on to about yourself, any self-beliefs, leave everything for a moment. Any roles you may play, mother, father, daughter, children, pastor, priest, doctor, thief, beggar, whatever you may, none of those things were with you from the beginning. So everything is drained away, left away. So you are not just blank. Something is here. A kind of something, nothing. Are you aware of it or not? So this that is here, can anything remove it? Nothing can remove it. Look Just look. Even with your eyes closed, you can look from where I'm speaking. Can you come to any place in all of the universes where you come to the edge or the end of this, beyond which it is not? Can there be such a thing? Just in your emptiness now, I'm not asking you to go back to things you learned at college and university or nothing. Just from now, from your total emptiness, I'm asking you this question, you see. Is there any boundaries for what is really here? And did you create this? I call it the isness or the what is. I'm not going to give it a religious name right now. Just whatever it is. Can you throw it away? Does it have a beginning or an end? Please look. The questions I'm asking, to respond to me, do you have to go anywhere at all? All of you give me some sign that you understand. And this that I am referring to, can it be touched? Can it be manipulated in any way at all? Could you define it as merely a feeling? I mean, is it a feeling? Is it a mood? Is it meditating? Is it meditation? Stay with it. Just stay here. That's all. I'm not asking you to go and pick up a book or to Google anything. Right where you are, empty as empty, beyond even the concept of empty. I feel totally that it is available to ask you these questions. You see? This, whatever it is, the what is itself. Can it be killed? Does it have parents? Was it created? And how do you know? Because I'm not asking you to think about it. Was it created through thought or activity? Does it judge you or anything? Does it have a form or a shape? Please check. Because only you can know this. Can it be captured inside some book? Is it limited to what is called holy places and mountains? Does it have a name? And may I ask you, can it die or disappear? So right now, I will tell you this. Is it, I ask this question, how far away from you is it? Do you need to travel to be where it is? Can anything exist outside of it? Even the mind, even ego, can it exist outside of this even? Can this, what is, be upset with you? Is it a color or a shape? Are you imagining it? Is there some practice that you have to do to be there? I want to share with you this thing. This is yourself. It is not what we have been taught. Not even in the temples or the churches or the synagogues. But this is the only thing, thingless thing, that deserves the title of eternal or timeless, uncreated, undying, perfect, the source of all that you perceive in the mind and being. Do you have to believe in it to make it real? No. You only needed to recognize it. And it seems as though all our life, by taking on personal identity and involvement in all emotions, became like a distraction from this simple recognition. Can you see now? All of you, wherever you are, wherever you are, wherever you are, even if you were on another planet, are you separated from this? In fact, the greatest word you can use in any language is that word which indicate this. When you say I arises in this. If I has any sense of being a someone, Is this that I'm pointing to? Is it a somebody? Is this too much for you to hear and to bear? Because this is yourself. If something feels, oh, this is too much, I will guarantee that just comes from your mind. And somehow, to even come to a point where you are stunned somehow, or something feels stunned in hearing this, or something feels, how can I accept this to be myself? That is only coming from the habit of the mind. To limit what you are into the shape of a body and a style of thinking. Knowing this to be the root of all perceiving and all existence, you see. And allowing this understanding and this recognition to marinate in itself, meaning just to love being itself, to be aware of itself. Do this. Stop working out at your problems for a minute. This is what it really means to enjoy yourself. To be in the joy of yourself. And right now, at this point of recognition for many people, it can feel, as I asked you before, is it merely an experience, you see? Bearing in mind that all experiences have a beginning and an end. Does this have a beginning and an end? This is the very root of the life you call your life. When all the shows and the play of existence and life is finished, this will not finish. It cannot finish because it never started. It always just is. And that we can be sitting together, sharing this pointing together, recognizing this together. I would say the mind is going to somehow feel, it wants to say, this is a great experience, but can we move on now to other things? Because that is its play, to distract you from your own self. Knowing this, beyond knowledge, knowingness, recognizing this. Be one with it. Move in your natural way and observe how life unfolds when you are one with your own self. You see, we have been trained, educated, conditioned to look at what the mind presents as a problem and to try and figure it out. But these things don't really exist. They only exist in our mind while we are in the belief with it. But I'm telling you this now. Put your attention here. This is the God place. It is not a religion, but it is your God place. It is your awareness place. You don't have to speak about it. Greater than speaking about it is just continuously confirming it within yourself. Not mechanically, but just in the joy of affirming and confirming your true nature. Your life automatically adapts to it. I always longed to be able to talk with you in this way, to share in this pointing, to be present with you in your seeing. Because the mind is waiting to maybe bring many questions. Yes, that's all very good and well, but how can we, is it going to help me to pay my rent and all this? Such trivial talk. You think that you came in this world simply to be worried about paying rent? Oh yes, we can do that. We can worry. We are Olympic warriors, not warriors, warriors about any little thing. But here I ask you, if you trust my word, just be with this. This seeming move of seeming passivity generates tremendous power. And its fruits are peace, love, harmony, wisdom, joy. So all it is a change of focus. While we are in the state of personhood, we are slaves to our own thinking. But when you begin to observe, just like this, as I've asked you, first of all, learn that before you move in the mind, we have a saying in the Caribbean, because we used to cook a lot of bananas, green bananas, And in those days, as a child growing up, people would use, we used to have iron knives. And whenever you use iron knives and you peel a green banana, there's some chemical reaction somehow, and then the iron goes black, and the banana gives off the stickiness. And you have to put a lot of time trying to clean off the stickiness of your hand. So what the people who cook these kind of food regularly, what they do, before they even pick up the knife, they cover their hands in coconut oil. So then they can peel as many bananas as possible, and nothing sticks to them. They only have to wash it off with a bit of soap afterwards. Before you engage with the world, oil yourself with consciousness and silence, you see. Bring your mind into your heart, and the world will not trouble you. Meet the world as a person, and so much things you have to deal with. Come from your heart, from the place of conscious awareness, and you will experience your existence in pure harmony. Yes, of course, some little things will go off here and there, but they won't ever be too much for you, Because you're centered inside your own joy. And this is not an encouragement to the person. This is not an encouragement to your person. It's an encouragement to yourself, your being, who has been living for however long in states of distractedness from your own purity. This is radical. It's a peaceful revolution. May I ask you, has it gone? Can it?
Question.
No, your questions are gone long ago. This that I have pointed you to recognize, has it gone?
No.
No. Can it go? It will appear to go when your attention is distracted again to the past or to your person. Please understand that. That's all that's happening. I have to reduce these things in their simplest form, because in the simplest form, we stand a chance to grasp them. Don't follow any concept or any philosophy which is too complicated, too complex. It's only food for the mind. The reality is very simple. Even a child can grasp it without using too much your brain power. If you understand, you see. But if you believe in the concepts you have learned, oh yeah, but you've got to try, never give up, and you must push harder, and you must, run after this, and you must stand on people's heads to get where you are, you will suffer until you give it up when you're frustrated by all the promises your mind makes but never delivers on. Stay here in this, and you will find this is not in conflict with life. I'm not asking you to sit all day in your room like this. In fact, at some point you're going to see that actions, reactions, interactions, life, activity does not interfere with this at all. In fact, they flow much more beautiful when you are aware that they all flow from here and you are here. Please don't let yourself miss this. This is the opportunity. This is the best thing I have to share with you today. Thank you, Adele.
Thank you.
Love you, love you, love you.
Love you too.
Whatever is in this letter, now I'm going to take a look at this. Whatever is in this letter, this letter exists in that which I've just shown you. Whatever is going to come and unfold in life can only unfold in this that I have shown you today. Don't overlook it. Because of the habits, the bad habits of the mind and the being, we tend to go back to the old ways. It's easy to keep doing foolish things. It may seem very difficult to focus on your own being initially, only because of the build-up and the momentum of bad habits. But I'm asking you only to look. I'm not asking you to pick up any spiritual gymnastics, but to bear the resistance at first of the carnal mind. It's not much if you stay in the place I've shown you. You will see all your seeming problems dissolving. They never existed in the first place, only because you believe in them. And one of the greatest transcendence of the mind, the ego mind, is to begin to see its superficiality. When it loses its significance for you, it's over.